Well, we all know that life is a never ending learning process. We all know that. But do we all accept it? What you guys really are not grasping is that everything you think, everything you do determines what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month. Everything you do today and everything you did yesterday determines that. Now, my point and I'm trying to make is don't you want to see yourself in a better place a month from now? A month is quite short, but in reality, this kind of shit can be coming from you. Hey, bud, let me know when you do your live streams because I definitely want to catch it. I've had your courses since May of 2012. I probably listened to them at least 20 times. And each time I catch something new. Now, fellas, there's a reason for that. And the reason is, let's say you don't know anything and you go through the course one time. And whatever you learned is the sum total of what you've learned from the course. Now, let's say you look at the course again. What's going on now is you're seeing it from a different perspective because you know so many things you didn't know like before the first time you watched it. But now these things that you learned after the first time is creating a different vision for you. So you're going to watch this same thing and see different shit that you missed before. My point is each time you watch it, you're watching it from a sharper point of view, a sharper you, getting more from it. See, this is why you can watch it 20 times and fucking see so many different things each time you watch it. See, I know the course works because people tell me all the time that it works for them. They're seeing life through the eyes of a person that handles life instead of life handling them. See, this game is a true motherfucker. And anybody that, gets that course is going to be laced. I mean, that's all it is to it. And the big plus is that after you get laced, you can keep listening to these videos and just like with the course, you're going to be hearing the shit with a different point of view. Oh, man. And it's beautiful. What's beautiful about it is that the point of view you have is going to be directly involved or be involved with your life. See, you guys who love to fake about your station in life, don't have anything to believe. Well, you have a lot to believe, but you don't believe in anything. You haven't discovered the inside of yourself. You haven't discovered anything you're willing to stand for. And the reason for that is because you're scary. You'd rather pick up a gun and try to kill me than to try to talk some sense into me. Whereas since I'm coming from where I'm coming from, I would allow some sense to be talked into my head if it made sense. Because my whole point is there's a lack of communication. And I'm sure you can find a million things to do with the money that you would be paying to stay in Sidewalk U. But in reality, this is an inexpensive thing that is absolutely for you. You know, now, when women say they are strong women, I'm sure you've heard that. Why don't they just say what they really mean? They really mean she's a knucklehead. She's a knuckle-headed bitch. A KHB. Now, just because I say she's a knuckle-headed bitch doesn't mean I hate women. I'm saying, and if you pay attention to it, whenever you hear a woman say she was a strong woman or that's a strong woman, it's after they have witnessed some sort of demeaning thing happening to a man by this woman. Now, why is that making them strong? It's making them strong because they believe, because they say this is strong, they're really strong. But they're still the same bitches they were before this event that made them strong. Because strong women do exist. But a strong woman is not subject, a strong woman is not subject to interpretation or definitions. A strong woman has a particular set of things she can provide for herself. She may not be able to change an engine out of a car engine from one to another car. She may not be able to repair everything in her fucking house, but that don't mean she's not strong. Because everything that's necessary to be done, she does it. And she don't have any problem having to do it. The problem I'm having with this strong woman bullshit is that it eliminates the fact of respect. It eliminates the woman deserving respect. It eliminates the man being appreciated for respecting the woman. Everything that is of value is lessened because the way you say you're a strong fucking woman is completely off base. So you don't see somebody appreciating your strength. Now, I just wish all you women would speak English and say what you really mean. Because what I've done, I've blazed a trail, and I can only travel the trail I blazed so far. And the shit is looking clear to me. So, I'm tempted to settle. Now, you guys got to remember shit. Not only do I talk a lot of shit, but I listen to myself. And just now, I'm going to show you how sometimes even I am crazy. There are times when I'm crazy. So, and you know that. That was one of them. You just heard it. When I said I'm tempted to settle. Because I will never settle. And that's exactly why I do these things that I do. That's exactly why I preach what I preach. You cannot run your fucking mouth and don't listen to what you say. I listen to what I be saying and I will correct myself. And if you correct me, blah, blah, blah. My point is, call in and say what the fuck you want to say, but don't ever try to check me without having a point of reference. See, a point of reference is very important. I will never settle, and that's exactly why I want to continue the same path. Settling is not an option, and I'm all in. And I'm not going to quit until the last shovel of dirt is thrown on my motherfucking black ass. Now, you got to excuse me for like 15 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, I'm sorry. I got this hay fever, man, and I don't have no trash in here. So I had to go get that shit. But what I'm trying to say is I'm all the way in, and you cannot talk and not pay attention to what you're saying. So I'm getting so much better at teaching my students. I'm getting so much better that it actually amazes me sometimes. I'm halfway through this semester, and it's only fitting because the classes will see, all of them will see, it's only going to improve. This is a momentous occasion for my dreams and my goals and my aspirations. So, you're going to have to hear this and pay attention because things are not always as clear as they should be or even as clear as they could be. Because I want to ask you a question. Somebody call in and chime in on this. Do any of you know how important it is to be able to be yourself? It's very important for you as a man to be able to be yourself. Now think about it. I didn't have to make any real adjustments from a square to a pimp. Those lives are two different lives. But why I didn't have to make any adjustments was because I was already hustling for my money before I turned out. So I knew how to be broke and I knew how to get some money hustling, doing what I do. It really wasn't me at the time. You know, I was not born pimping like a lot of people think. But it was truly in me. Caller, what's up?
Hey, bud. Do you question? Do you think that idiot Donald Trump's gonna disclose UFOs? And what do you think of UFOs and ghosts?
Hey, bro, listen to me and please understand this. I have political thoughts, but this is not a political show. So you don't need to call and ask me stuff like that. As far as UFOs go, I believe they exist, and I do believe that UFOs are among us. But not the UFOs, aliens are among us. But what I'm saying is, let's not get into that, bro. All right. Okay. Now, see, something we all need to think about and we all need to understand is ourselves. What I'm saying is, most of you guys do not like who you are. Most of you guys do not like how you carry yourself. Admit the truth to yourself. You don't have to call in and say you don't like yourself, but if you do call in, I would like for you to tell the truth about who you are and what you think of yourself. Because uh, once I actually got out the game and started my square life, I Caller, what's up?
What's up, bud? It's Fergion. I just
Trevion,
wanted
what's
to.
happening?
Oh man, man, much man. I just wanted to say, man, it really really hurts not being yourself
Why
when
aren't
you
you?
can't. And I think you miss out on a lot of opportunities for growth and a lot of opportunities to meet people and connect with people. And
You say you think it hurt not being a student.
no, being yourself, it
You
hurts
you think
when
it
you're not.
hurts being yourself?
No, not being yourself.
Oh,
When
you
you're
think it
not.
hurts not being yourself?
Yeah.
Well, that's a fact, man. Go ahead and say what you were saying again, so I can repeat everything because I want people to hear your points.
Yeah, like you miss out on opportunities connecting with different people, and it just kills your confidence
What's
when
making
you
you
can't.
say? What's making you say that? Why do you think that?
Because I didn't have experiences, just experiences where I didn't wasn't expressing myself of who I was, and it always hurts afterwards.
Listen to
It
this,
always
man.
hurts.
Listen. Let me say something to you. I want you to take this personal, but don't get upset. Because I'm going to tell you some shit. The way you sound and the way you talking, ain't nobody going to pay attention to you. Because you sound like you're struggling to express yourself. Do you hear how I sound as far as you don't hear me stopping and pausing? You hear me saying complete sentences, making stops, and going as a complete conversation. What you need to work on and what you really need to do is listen to this, re-listen to this show, and listen to yourself and listen for what I'm saying, how you sound. And we need to work on that, bro, because ain't nobody gonna pay attention to you. You're not gonna get that satisfaction you're looking for because you're not representing it. You get what you represent in life. You follow me?
Yeah, I follow you.
So what do you think I'm saying to you?
You saying to listen to myself and how I'm sounding and improve that. Try to improve that part of.
Hey, listen, bro. It don't sound like you took that personal in the wrong way. It sounds like you took that personal in the right way. And all you gotta do is what you just said. Listen to yourself and try to improve where you see improvement. And see how much fucking better you sound and how much better you're received and how much you don't feel that anymore. Why you won't feel it is because you know you got out what you was trying to say. You expressed yourself. That's important, bro. I hope you got that.
Yeah, I got a quick another question on that same.
Come on.
Uh, so when you feeling that way, like should you still go out and try to express yourself to try to work through that?
Hey,
Is it
hey, hey,
good to
stop,
like keep
stop, stop,
communicating?
stop. You gotta stop being weak, you know, and asking that question the way you asked it, you're weak. And what you do is you don't try to go out and do better. You go out and do better. You don't sit up and wallow in your goddamn sorrows like you do when you say, man, should I go out and try? Yeah, you should
Right.
go out, but you shouldn't have to ask yourself that. You should get your ass up and go out because that's the only way it's going to change. It's
Right.
not going to
The
change
only
by.
reason I ask that though is because I be contemplating, should I even, if I know that I'm coming from, if I feel weak and I'm going out and I'm trying to express myself and I just get bad interactions every time I
Hey,
try to
hey,
express
hey, hey, wait,
myself. And I
stop,
just,
stop, stop. That's because you're not going for what you think. If you think you are feeling negative or whatever because you have weak interactions, if you think that, but you still say, I'm finna go out, you're not going out to be weak. So you don't want to have the same kind of interactions. Therefore, you have to change your approach. You have to change everything you think about what the fuck you doing, or else you're gonna get the same results. Don't you think if you want different results, you gotta do shit differently?
yeah.
So you can't tell me you go out and be doing shit differently. You be going out doing the same shit with the same attitude, right?
Most of them, yeah.
So you got to change that, man. And the only way you change it is by actually trying to do it. You can't say, I got to change my attitude and expect your attitude to change. You got to change your attitude instead of going and standing over here like you always do. Go stand somewhere else and don't actually stand anywhere. Be all over the place. Do shit differently, bro. Do you
Okay.
hey, do you try to be polite?
Yeah, I'm a polite person. I think I'm too nice, and I think
I didn't ask you that.
sometimes I get
I
too.
didn't ask you none of that.
Uh-huh.
I asked you.
Yeah, I try to be polite.
Listen, I asked you, do you try to be polite? Which is asking you, do you do things that's polite intentionally, or are you just a polite person? Those are two different people.
Right.
Which one are you?
I'm a polite person.
So you ain't shit, man. You know, you supposed to be sharp enough to hear while I was telling you what I was telling you. You want to be a person of intent. So even if you had to say you're a person of intent, knowing you really not, but the way you won't be lying is because you're gonna answer shit correctly now, and you're gonna do what you say. You're not gonna just be talking anymore. There is a way to improve. Are you trying to do it, bro? No. See how long it took? All of this stuff shows.
I am trying to.
Hey, listen, bro. You took too long. I was quiet long enough for you to answer.
Well, the reason.
It is no reason, man. Quit doing this to yourself. There is no goddamn reason. You don't supposed to take that long to think. You're supposed to believe in what you think. So the first thing you think, you damn near gonna go for it. I do that. I teach my students to do that. Why? Because they're not gonna think to go kill a cop or go kidnap a kid or go rape a bitch or go commit suicide. They ain't gonna think no shit like that. So why can't they believe what they gonna think? Now, if you're one of those guys subject to think about jumping off the bridge or the highest skyscraper, then you can't do what you think. But I'm not gonna think about none of that kind of shit. The only shit I'm gonna think about is how to help me. That's all I'm gonna really be thinking about, how to help whoever I'm fucking with, whoever calling me about whatever. That's all I think about. I'm not gonna think about nothing negative, although I'm capable of doing all kinds of negative shit.
Yeah, man. It's the shit.
See how hard it is? Listen. The reason it's hard for you to say what you want to say is because you're going for what I'm saying and you getting sick of fucking making excuses. And that's all you doing is making excuses. You can't even get them out of your mouth. So
Yeah,
fuck
because that
thinking
should
about
be
them, man.
fucking
Fuck thinking
scary,
about
man.
what? Go ahead.
I
What did you?
said I said it's like some of the like going out and fucking doing like talking to a group of people. That shit almost like fucking jumping off a bridge. Sometimes it feel like
Hey,
it's
bro, listen to me. Right now, you talking to a group of people. You know that, right?
yeah,
So what I'm saying is the only thing hard about it is being yourself, being real. That'll make everything come clear and make it very easy to speak in front of people because you will believe what you're saying. Bro, do you know how much you lie to yourself? So how the fuck are you gonna believe what you think?
right.
You can't believe what you think, bro, until you start telling yourself the truth. And you ain't gonna see the truth until you start recognizing what you truly want, where you truly trying to go, who you really trying to be. You gotta find all that shit out. You sound like you under 25, are you?
In between 20 foot.
You 20 what?
No, I'm 30, man. I'm 30.
You sound like you under 25. What does that mean as far as me saying that?
It sounds like I don't have no experience.
That's exactly right, bro. That's exactly right. You sound like you're young and don't have no experience. So what do you think that's telling you?
I haven't been out there experiencing the world.
So on the real, listen to me. On the real, when you talk to people, if you're a person that know what to listen for, you can learn them and you can know them. I already know from how you talk, you ain't got no experience with bitches, with handling shit, with being on your own. I mean, I ain't saying you ain't on your own, but I'm saying you ain't got no real experience. I can hear that shit in your voice. Did you know that?
I mean, I could feel it. I mean, yeah.
Hey, bro, and listen to me. So you could also feel how correctly I'm pegging you on shit. That's why it's hard for you to say something, don't you think?
I mean, yeah. It ain't hard for me to say it, but just being honest.
It's hard for you to be honest. Hey, listen to me, man. Listen to me. I'm telling you something. This is free. I'm telling you something very important. That's why you have all the problems you have. Is because you a fucking liar and you have lied to yourself and you cannot believe what you think now. So the only way to change that is to right now, not tomorrow, not whenever you can, when you get a chance, right fucking now. Stop lying to yourself. However hard it is, make it easier by doing it often. The only thing gonna change you or help you is you start facing the truth. Because if you don't handle the truth is gonna handle your ass. And right now, the truth, which is the reality of life, is handling you. And it ain't feeling good. And it's only gonna get worse. You feel me, bro?
Yeah. Besides, I feel like I think I'm at the point of facing the truth though. I'm just trying to take the next step of
Why don't you join Sidewalk University and get this shit for real? Become a student. It ain't no whole bunch of money. You can get in at $50 a month. And in 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, depending on how fast you learn, you'll in a week or two, you'll start seeing differences. But as far as the process, 6 months, you will be a totally different guy. Because you won't be thinking like me, but you will be thinking some of these things that I think, because that's what I teach. Only I'm going to think like me. You're going to think like you. But you can think about the right things, and you can and become you in that way, which is going to be dope. Which is what I want you to be you as much as you can be, and you cannot be that until you start believing in you. Do you believe in yourself right now?
Hell no, because I want to go over here and talk to these people
Stop, stop. Do you
damn
see
thing.
how, listen, do you see how easy it was to tell that truth, although it's hard as fuck to admit that shit to yourself? But as soon as I asked you that, you was ready to admit the truth. And you start spilling, you didn't sound any kind of way. You just sound like, hell no, and you start getting ready to explain. My thing is, if you start telling yourself the truth in every instance, you'll fucking feel like that in every instance you speak. It's not difficult. It just takes work, bro. Hey, I'm looking
Okay.
for you to sign up, man.
I am. I'm gonna hop on that right up for you good. The law.
All right, make sure you do, bro.
All right.
All right,
Thank
man. We cool. So,
Okay.
all you guys, this is what I love to do. I mean, of course I talk shit, and I'm not gonna be the motherfucker that you just really love to talk to, because I'm not that, kind of guy. Although I am. I'm the kind of guy that wants you to work for what the fuck you want. I don't want you to come in here and think that I'm gonna give you this. Caller, what's up?
Well, Lord, this is Satan. You are a bad motherfucker.
Hey, I don't like guys like that. I don't care if he was gonna compliment me or talk about me or whatever the fuck. I don't fuck with him. He's a fake. That's why he got his voice sounding like that. So nobody take time. Now, like I said or was saying, I was about to have an identity crisis because when I turned, left the game and turned square, the first problem I was gonna have was my identity. Now, the first thing I realized was it was much harder to be a square than it was for me to turn out. Now, in the motherfucking game, being on stage was rewarded. It was rewarded with how people received you. It was rewarded with compliments and many other ways that would promote you wanting to always be on stage. So I had grown very used to being on stage. And once I settled into my square ass world, being on stage was not very well received. It wasn't received well because there was no stage for a nigga like me to be on. So everybody else just felt that I was whatever, a big show off or something. It wasn't the other motherfuckers showing off, which would mean I'm one of these motherfuckers. I'm the only motherfucker showing off Rolls Royce or whatever. Now, caller, what's up?
Hey, Professor, how you doing? This is Austin.
Austin,
I want
what's
to tell
happening?
you quick two things. So the first thing, I was through getting this person's trust and talking and conversing, I was able to get someone to volunteer to drive me home after my work shift. So that was cool, and that was totally me planning that out. The other thing I wanted to say is going through the course and some of the tools that I've gone through. I'm hearing some of what you meant when you say if you got to go up the street, you got to go down the street to get there. And so the example I would give is if I'm trying to tell you how much I care about colors, what I would tell you is colors don't really matter to me, but every morning I hang up a green flag and my blue flag. And that's what I do every day. That's what I would tell you.
Hey,
And
but
I
let me
think that
say
really,
something, Austin. Listen to me. However much progress you're making, you're doing yourself no good with what you're doing right now, because what you're doing is throwing everybody curveballs. No one
yes.
knows what you're talking about, man. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You said as far as colors, you would you would tell me that you put up a green flag and a blue flag. But if I would have guessed, I would have said you would have told me some kind of colorful story, something that involved different shades of red and green or yellow, whatever the fuck. I'm saying that kind of conversation you're having right now. I'm not gonna say eliminate it, but I'm saying the more you are adapting this shit to how you think, which is actually a good thing, the more you're turning your conversation back to how you were. You're not freeing yourself from those restrictive thoughts, because it doesn't matter what you would think. It matters how you allow me or get me to understand what you're saying. Because if I don't understand what you're saying, I'm going to be thinking about whatever the fuck I understand.
Yes, and you can't walk through this life if people can't understand what I'm saying, because you want them, the whole goal of this is to not have them guess at all.
Hey,
But at the same
that
time,
makes a lot of
leave room for
sense.
interpretation.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But at the same time, they know what you're talking about, but you're leaving a little bit of room for imagination as well. But it's a good amount. That's not going to throw off the original meaning of what you're saying.
Okay, what I'm saying is the point you're making or was going to make has totally been lost. What was your point that you were going to make?
Okay. My point is that statement I made about the colors. I'm telling you I don't care about the colors, while I'm also telling you how much I do care about the colors. And so
Stop.
I'm leaving it.
The point you're making is involved with why you're saying what you're saying, not repeating what you said.
Okay. And to, to where are you at? Are you not understanding what I've said? That's pretty much what you've told me. So what I'm getting from that is I think I just am going to say it again and see
Well,
if
listen,
you
man, listen. What I'm saying to you is all of the way you went around the corner to say whatever the fuck it is you are going to say. If you could get back to the point you were trying to make, or whatever it was that made you say it, then start rephrasing shit, you can get to it better. You understand what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes, and just say it again. I would just, instead of explaining
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay, let's
saying,
hear it.
just say statement. Okay. So let's say I'm having a conversation with you. Now, I don't really think colors matter at all, but every morning I put this green and red and blue flag up in my room, and I make sure and do it every time before I have my very great meal breakfast that I look
Okay,
forward
but
to every day.
stop. Why do you put a red and green and blue flag? Do you have flags of other colors too? And you purposely choose the red, blue, and green one? And if you do, for what reason? I don't understand why
That's
you're
true.
saying this.
I think that can get misconstrued because I'm saying specific colors. Yeah, what I'm saying to you is I'm just telling you that I don't like us. I like colors, but I'm trying to tell you that I like colors without telling you. I'm going up the street to get down
Why
the
would
street.
you want to do
And,
that?
well, the reason why is because I don't want to reveal what I'm saying 100%
Well,
because you
why
still
are
want
you
to be in
talking
control.
if you don't want to reveal what you're saying? If you don't want to say the things that's required to say, whatever it is you're thinking, why the fuck do you want to say anything? Because you're doing the shit that drives me crazy, man. You ain't making no goddamn sense. You're making hella sense to you because you're trying to explain why you want to get on the bus, but you don't really need to take the bus where you're going. Who in the fuck want to hear that?
Okay, I thought that was a way you could go about.
Hey, listen, man. Who gives a fuck what you thought? You see how I didn't get what you said, and you see how much shit is being developed because of the way you think. Who cares why you walked out in the middle of the street? You should have knew fucking cars were coming and gonna run you over. You wouldn't go stand out there and say, I just wanted to come out here and see what the cars miss me. I mean, a person that did that is crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna mean what I say more, and I think just kind of stripping it down to that.
You're going to have to realize what it is you really think instead of this ulterior bullshit you allow yourself to think. If you want to walk across the street, you can't figure out or try to figure out how to get across the street without walking in the crosswalk. I mean, you can if you want to, but that's how it sound like. Hold on, man. Let me get this call.
All right.
Austin, you still there? Never mind. Forget the call.
Yeah, I'm still. All right, so let's say I'm walking across the street and there's that crosswalk, and someone asks me, "Where are you going?" Could I say I'm just getting from point A to point B, but I'm not telling
Hey,
them.
listen. What is the mystery? Why do you want to be so mysterious?
Because I thought that
I didn't listen, man. If you thought whatever you thought, say it.
Yeah, I because it's controlled. I have more control that way. I'm steering the conversation.
You have no control that way. That's the point. If somebody says, where you going? And you say, over to the AM PM. Or if you say it from point A to point B, and that's what you meant because you wanted to be private, the way you said it, I would get it. But you say shit mysteriously. Everything is mysterious because of whatever you don't want or whatever the fuck you're saying in your mind you're trying to keep from doing. Why would you want to communicate with motherfuckers if you really don't want to say anything? Because that's what you're explaining.
Yeah, because they...
See, that's what's stupid about you, man. You will still try to explain why think some stupid shit like that. Even when you see it's stupid, you still try to explain it. When are you gonna let it go, man? That's stupid thinking.
Hey, I'm just not gonna. I'm past that. I'm not even thinking about that anymore because it's stupid thinking. So.
Okay, man. If you pass that, listen to me. Succinctly tell me what made you think of the question you had.
All right, I was in the course and there was a quote. The closest, you won't get anything closer to being a god unless you didn't say unless, but when you're giving, you need to give so you can, you need to give. And if you don't give, you won't receive. But you didn't say what you meant there, but you said you had two sentences side by side. And those two sentences actually link together. But when someone hears it who doesn't have their eye developed, they're not going to hear that. And so you're saying something without, there's two conversations being had.
That's called indirect, man. I'm being indirect. I am saying what I'm saying. You do get what you get, and I am trying to get you to get that. But instead of me telling you to do that, I have to. I'm supposing that I am either trying to see are you there and you can get it, or I'm giving you something to reach for without telling you.
Right. And to get it, for someone to get it, what I got from that was that you're not giving it to them on a platter. You're giving it to them to where they have to kind of go in the cabinet in the kitchen and see what exactly.
Hey, man, you're right. Uh, let's say you want a can of spaghetti or cook some spaghettios or whatever. I'm not telling you go in the kitchen and look in the bottom shelf, the third cabinet, blah blah. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you it's in the kitchen, in the cabinets. Now you the one got to walk in there and open the cabinet doors and see which one it's in. I am doing that, but that don't mean I have to be mysterious.
You don't have to be serious. Is that the
No,
word?
I said mysterious.
Okay.
You make it like it's a big mystery, and only you know it.
All right. And I think I've noticed that in the patterns when I'm out socializing. I've been kind of confused as to why am I getting this reaction? I thought I'm supposed to kind of stay low key, mysterious.
Well, bro, being low key and mysterious is not being loud and not broadcasting what you think. So it doesn't mean being mysterious. You gotta like play a fucking sleuth game with a person. If this person don't know that's what you're doing, he ain't really playing. So you sound crazy.
Okay. All right. This is just something I'm just going to add to when I'm talking because each little thing I do, it's just an adjustment and I can make these small adjustments. The one thing that I think is important that sticks out and why I was thinking that, number one, it's because I was thinking it.
Can you stop with that? Who cares?
Okay.
Why the fuck do you still care?
I don't care.
Well, stop thinking about that shit.
Okay. The golden rule of catching is they're not supposed to.
Hey, the golden rule of catching is there is no fucking golden rule.
Okay. There isn't one.
No.
But
the way you carry yourself, how you speak, the way you make what you say understood is the rule. Because if they don't understand what the fuck you're saying, and even if you talking in some innuendo kind of way, if they don't get the innuendo, they don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Hey man, I gotta get this call, man.
All right, Professor.
Be cool.
Be cool.
All right, I missed it. Hey, that believe it or not, that was a student that's learning. You see. Caller, what's up?
Bro, what's going on?
Nothing, brother. What's happening with you?
Man, happy holidays, man. I hope all your friends and family are in good places.
What's going on?
Quick question. I know, and it's not to be funny. I'm gonna put a question to you, and you're the man with the answer.
Hey, listen, man. Can you stop with all of the bullshit and ask me whatever it is you want to ask?
Well, it's a tough question, bro. But so during the holiday season, you're with family, but I had some family who passed recently, and I don't know. You came across my mind today, and I was hoping you have a show to ask you this question. When you're dealing with people who are about to transition and pass over, what is some confident words you can, you know what I mean, say with them without sticking your foot in your mouth?
Hey, bro, if it's a personal friend, you just come from the heart. If it's family, you come from the
Right.
heart. Now, you're going to say different things in those two different situations, but as long as you're coming from the heart, the sound and the intentions is going to be felt. And who's ever transitioning, that family, all of them, they going to feel it. So that's all you do is be real.
All right, man. I'm gonna get back in here and enjoy the show, man. Thank you for putting the show on before the holidays, man. Peace and blessings, brother.
Same to you, bro. All right.
Yep.
Now, the thing that I want everybody to realize when you do listen to me, caller, what's up?
Bud, what's up? Hey, I just had to call and wish you a happy belated birthday, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
No, for sure. And one thing, man, you remind me a lot about my father. I just lost my father a month ago, man. Yeah, you know, I got a lot of wisdom from you as I did from him, man. And you know, people got to cherish, you know, the people while they're here. You know.
Hey, stay strong, bro. Cause listen, this is gonna be the toughest times for you, the holidays, because I know you spend them with him. This is the first one where you ain't really having him, but stay strong, bro. It'll get better.
Hey, and so I appreciate it, bud. You know, I couldn't stop. I'm a grown big man. I cried like a baby.
And man, that's your pop, man. Shit, ain't that a bitch? I cried. Well, my pop been gone 40 years, and I still cry on his birthday and March 17th when he died.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that ain't gonna go away. You gonna keep that love. You gonna keep missing it. But what's gonna go away is the hurt. It ain't gonna hurt like it do, but it'll get better. Is all I can say, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, be cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
See, you guys, this to me is important. Saying shit like that to that brother, you know, that kind of shit is what I'm here for. Who gives a fuck about me being a knucklehead? Because when it's time for me to understand, I can switch hats quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because I'm a jack of many trades, but I mastered one. And that's what I try to teach, that course in confidence. And I know what I know stretches over all my life, not my entire 73 years, but as far as everything I do in my life, what I learn and what I teach encompasses it for me. And just having this thought about confidence carries me through just about all I do. See, what I'm saying is I had to realize I stopped pimping. I didn't stop being a motherfucker. And when I did realize that, I had to set out to do some things I hadn't done in quite a while. And in doing those things, I found a path to be able to be me, which is the point of this video. I had to do me in this square ass world, just as I had done me in that fly world I was in. And I'm proud that I've been doing me as a square. Getting square money, living a square ass motherfucking life, and accept that this is me. Can you accept who you really are? Back to that question, do you fucking know how hard it is to be yourself? Not who you pretend to be, but who you are, your inner self, who that is. I also know there are many of you motherfuckers who would not want to be me because you're glad you're you. And if you accept who you are, then you'll appreciate this video. If you aren't able to accept who you are, then you needed this video. Either way, you have been blessed with one of my first thoughts of my 73rd fucking year on earth. After a few more of these motherfuckers, you're gonna see, you're gonna get to see in here whatever the last video. It might not be in my 73rd year. It might be more. I know motherfuckers like the shit we did, that film and shit, the DOAD drop of a dime, because you liked how I was playing Fabulous Delano. And the reason is I wasn't acting. You know, the innuendos, there's too many fucking things a real motherfucking pimp be doing and thinking while he's talking. Whereas, that's why the shit was so dope. We were, filming with method actors. For motherfuckers, we needed motherfuckers that had some game. I'm a follower of past pimps who blazed a trail, easily followed to the top of the mountain. All you had to do was have some game. While I readily admit I am a follower, I also know how much of a leader I am. This is why I speak as I do and I have my shows. Lead for followers and follow to lead. Understand that and you understand some game. Hey, understand that and you understand some game. Hey, I appreciate all the calls. I actually enjoyed today because I had a lot of calls on various subjects. And I want you guys to know that I appreciate you. Man, I'm out. Hey, happy holidays. I know I'm going to make another video before Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is day after tomorrow. If I don't make another one, you guys have a safe fucking Thanksgiving.